Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, like, subscribe, I know you wanna. So as we know, Vinnie and Jillian Goza have been publicly dating this year in September. At least that's when they announced it publicly. One thing that I did not know up till this point is Vinnie and Jillian were both very close with the musician David. For those who have been living under a rock, there was an entire situation where remains of a 14-year-old girl were found in the back of David's car in September, and the case has been under investigation ever since. Many people suspect it is David, as of course it's his car and he was hanging around with this girl, who is very underage, by the way. So it's of course not a very good look for this David guy, even if he has not been officially convicted as of yet. Here's a clip showing you just how close Vinnie and this David guy were. They hung out all the time and streamed together multiple times. They were both close friends, which is really not a good look for Vinnie, especially as even if this poor girl's body was not found, it's weird that David is hanging out with these underage girls anyway. And because Vinnie was so close with him, you're telling me he didn't see some of these things maybe, or maybe saw this underage girl hanging out with David? So you can see where this speculation can turn to, and why it's not a good look for Vinnie and Jillian to be associated with this David guy, with all the stuff going on recently. And many people are saying, isn't it interesting how Vinnie and Jillian announced their relationship not long after that story broke? The case came out around the 8th of September with David, and I would assume Vinnie would have started getting some backlash for being so close with him. So as a way for him to distract the public, perhaps Vinnie and Jillian thought it was a great idea to announce their public relationship on September the 19th, only a few weeks after. And the 19th of September is where Vinnie announced it on his live stream. So you can see how suspicious it looks that he decided to leak their relationship not long after the case dropped. People are saying it was a PR tactic to distract from Vinnie and Jillian's association with David. Also for Jillian as well, as she and her twin sister have been spotted hanging out with this David as well a good few times. So it benefits both of them, Vinnie and Jillian, to announce this news of their relationship to get everyone talking about them dating instead of how they were associated with David. As let's be real, you'd rather have everyone discussing your new relationship as opposed to being associated with this David guy. So people are saying it was maybe a PR thing, maybe management said, look, to get everyone stop talking about you guys, to distract them with the big story, your only option is to announce that you guys are officially dating, because we know that's going to make the public go crazy. So this is just the conspiracy, guys. Nothing's factual here. This is just speculation. But it is a coincidence that they announced their relationship not long after this story broke with David. Now, another thing that I wanted to mention quickly, because a lot of people have been messaging me about it, in regards to the Jillian and Taryami drama. Apparently when Jillian was called out for her weird behavior towards Taryami recently, she actually followed Taryami back on Instagram. But after a few days of Tara not following her back, she unfollowed her again. But once again, I don't have any screenshots of this. However, so many people have been messaging me the same thing, so do with that what you will, but I don't have any receipts of that. But from what I've seen so far, Jillian does seem to be like the type of person to be influenced by the public's opinion of her, as with her letterbox post, after everyone started calling her out for how obsessive and strange it sounded, she quickly altered it to a more subtle version to try and get people off her back. So who's to say Jillian would not do this with Taryami? Try and follow her, make out their call, but obviously Taryami was not having any of it and did not follow her back, so she got in her feelings, as she didn't actually like Taryami anyway and was only doing it to play the fans, calling her out on it, and that's that. But anyway, who knows if that's true or not, like I said, but you guys can take that how you will. Now for those who have no idea about this David situation, because it is really heavy and it is a lot, I have found a TikTok here, a recent one, talking about the case up to this point. Here's the clip of someone explaining it all right here.
We finally got a new update on the David situation. So for weeks this case just went completely silent, which I thought was kind of weird. However, this private investigator has been doing some investigating. We finally got the LAPD to put out a new statement that is kind of strange. So over 2 months ago, authorities made a grim discovery when they found the dismembered and decomposed body of a 14-year-old Celeste Rivas in the trunk of a vehicle belonging to a 20-year-old singer named David. Over the past 2 months, authorities have continued to investigate the death and how the body ended up in the car, but authorities have had very little information to share on the case over the past several weeks. So here's everything we know so far. A decomposed body was found inside a Tesla belonging to a musician, David, at an impound lot in Hollywood on September 8th. The car was brought to the impound lot after someone reported it abandoned in Hollywood Hills, and police were called after workers reported a strong odor coming from the Tesla. The Tesla was never reported as stolen. The body was discovered inside a bag in the Tesla's front trunk. The remains were not intact and had been badly decomposed. The remains were so decomposed that it took authorities more than a week to identify the body. The remains were eventually identified as 14-year-old Celeste Rivas. David has a matching tattoo with Rivas, and her mother said she had been missing for 1 year and that her daughter's boyfriend was named David. David initially decided to continue with his world tour while cooperating with the investigation, but he then canceled the remainder of his tour on Wednesday. An unreleased love song written by David references someone with the name of Celeste in the unfinished title and twice in the lyrics. Police then raided a home that was connected to David as they continued the investigation. David then moves out of the home that police raided. Authorities have not officially deemed the death a homicide since medical examiners have been unable to determine an official cause of death still. A private investigator made a disturbing discovery inside the house, finding items he believes could be used to get rid of a person. And David, whose real name is David Anthony Burke, is not considered a suspect at this point, though he has hired a high-profile defense attorney. I mean, this person has worked on cases for a lot of high-profile people in the past. Now, despite all the evidence, authorities are still standing by their previous statement. 2 months after the body was uncovered in David's vehicle, KTLA 5 in Los Angeles reached out to the LAPD seeking on an update on the case. However, the department did not have any substantial update to offer, telling the outlet that its news release stands on its own. That news release was dated September 29th, weeks ago and weeks after the body was discovered, but still we have no new updates. Until the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner has not yet determined the cause or manner of Rivas Hernandez's death. As such, it remains unclear whether there are any criminal culpability beyond the concealment of her body. September 29th news release reads. RHD is thoroughly examining every aspect of this case to uncover the truth and seek justice for Celeste Rivas Hernandez and her family. Aside from that week's old news release, LAPD has been largely silent on the investigation. I mean, it's been completely quiet. Now, this is where the new statement is telling. So, while the statement that the LAPD is standing by is a statement from weeks ago, the private investigator Steve Fisher explains why this statement is telling in of itself. Fisher, who had been investigating the case after he was hired by the owner of the Hollywood Hills home where David was living, explained that the statement suggests that the LAPD still does not have any evidence proving or suggesting that any crime other than the concealment of a body ever took place. LAPD confirmed to KTLA News on November 6, 2025 that prior news release stands on its own. The release stated that no crime other than concealment of a body may have occurred in the Celeste Rivas Hernandez case involving David. Fisher wrote in a post on X, the LA County District Attorney's Office also confirmed that no case has yet been presented to their office for consideration. The statement also neglects to mention that another aspect of the case that Fisher thinks is worth investigation. It's also worth noting that nowhere in the press release or in any official statements has there been any mention of an investigation into the relationship that David had with Celeste. Yes, there could be a difficult case to prove because Celeste is no longer here to testify, but that does not mean it should not be pursued, Fisher added, meaning they're not even looking into the possibility that he had a relationship with a minor that was found dead in his car. Like, are you serious? Hopefully law enforcement and the DA's office will do their job and take this case, even if it's challenging, even if people close to Celeste are unwilling to cooperate because it would expose their knowledge of the illegal relationship. Charges should still be filed. We must prove we will protect children from predators. David has never been arrested, charged, or even named as a suspect in this case. So this is honestly insane. I mean, this has gone on for months, way longer than I thought it would go on. He's still not arrested, he's still not a suspect, and it seems like they're not doing too much to really even investigate this case. Now, I don't know, there could be some good stuff going on behind the scenes. We might find out some more breaking news recently and soon, but let me know what you guys think of this case. My name is AT, I cover news on the internet. Like and follow for more than anything you guys want me to cover. Tag me, I'm always checking my mentions, but this is honestly insane. I'll see you guys in the next update.
So as you can see, it all looks really strange. The court system somehow protecting this David guy. Who knows what's fully going on, but we all know, you know, the law can be easily manipulated at times, especially if you've got a lot of money. So I will leave it there. But anyway, guys, I thought I'd do a video explaining all of this mess for you guys because so many of you guys messaged me about it. So let me know down below, what do you guys think of all of this mess? Let's have a kiki, let's have a chit chat. And that's everything for this video, guys. So like and subscribe to my channel for more of me. I know you want to, baby. Hit the bell notification to be notified and pop up on your screen with a new video. And hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys. Mwah.